We're going to move on from our shiny books of the 80s, late 80s and early 90s. There are some other 1987, 88 through 91 books about modern technology and science. Going to move up into what looks to be more science, biology, things of that nature, maybe some more college type books. This is a book of bones and skeletons. It looks like a kid's book because it's illustrated, but it is a head-to-toe guide on the human skeleton, vital organs, and body systems. And then kind of a little bit of, there's some financial books, there's some ones on photography, there's some on watches and clocks. It looks like there's just quite a few different books within this section. And then looks like books on information, the Book of Secrets. Oh, it's a very narrow book. It's very tall. Oh, it's a boardroom classic from 91. How to track down out-of-print books. A high-tech home. Where to buy a computer. The Smart Consumer. What dry cleaners don't tell you. Okay. And then Reader's Digest Facts, Mysteries of the Past, The Sea, Reptiles. It looks like just quite a few of different books. And then it goes into like wildlife and then it looks like the Field Guide to Shells, but just a lot of animal books up there in Universe. And then it's going to start transitioning from animals over to different countries. And I think this is where he loved to travel, or he really loved to learn about other cultures, because you're going to see a lot of books like on Turkey and Rome and different places. And then like the best parts of the US. And then it kind of has a little interesting where it, you know, talks about overseas summer jobs. So if you're going overseas, I think in the 80s, how you could get some summer jobs. And then it looks like there's kind of a little bit of self-help mixed in there too. So this one's a bit of a mosh posh again. It looks like Fatal Shot, you know, some things from Dan Quayle, The Investment Biker. It looks like we've still got a little bit on architecture over here, engineering. And then we're going into painting, medicine, different types of arts and architecture. And then and then just different, not even sure what some of these German books are in here. Let's see. It's beautiful. Whoa. Okay, this was a gift to somebody. And not everyone knew how to spell Michelle's name. Some put 2 L's and some put 1. This is 1988, but different. It's all in German. It's very interesting the way it's written in columns. And it's got some photos. Interesting. And then it looks like more Paris, Denmark, Switzerland, some different types of books in here. And then we're going to go into the world of different artists. So like Van Gogh, Picasso, Goya, Titan. So quite a few different. Picasso is probably one of the better known ones here. Was this done before while he was still alive? Interesting. Oh, so it looks like some of his sketches, maybe. Okay, so this one looks like 1967, so Picasso was definitely gone by this point. Not sure why there's 1881 to question mark. But it's just kind of talks through, shows some of the different works of art from Picasso, and I think it just kind of talks a little bit more about Picasso during that time and a little bit more about the piece and the work of art or the different styles, because a lot of artists were representative of the times, and especially artists that were popular during wars and things like that. One thing that I loved in my art history classes is how their work changed depending on the time and what was going on around them in the country. So you would see, you know, German artists changing much different than, you know, US artists and things like that, just depending on what was happening. So, all right, people and places. And this is the trailblazers, the frontiersmen. These, for some reason, seem like they should be old. Oh, wow, that's cool. And this is a leather-bound book, and it's got really pretty carvings. I don't know if we should, there. Okay. That's really cool. Let's see what we have. These are in excellent condition. Like, this looks like a new book. The Old West, the Trailblazers. These are Time Life books, so they're probably not too terribly expensive, but 1973. Yeah, so the 1970s. So it's the allure of the wild country, mountains, man domain, kings and trailblazers, sightseers and scholars, a realm for the taking, filling in the blank spaces. But this is absolutely, I think it's beautiful. I think that's really cool. Just lots of pictures. And looks like, you know, books in there, but it talks about different people. This is a shrewd, a shrewd field boss for Hudson Bay Company. John McLaughlin later became the leading citizen of Oregon. Yeah.
That's who.
John. That's who it was.
McLaughlin Boulevard is
named after
that dude.
Yep. We should have McLaughlin Boulevard, the street sign. We've been there many times. All right. And then it looks like we've got America from the Road. It looks like just some more travel type books. And then we go back into the collective. This is the Annals of America. What is an annal?
Times.
Oh, that's what it is? Mm-hmm. Interesting. So the Times of America. It's carved in here. You can barely see it. Unless the lighting's right. This is 1858 to 1865, the Crisis of the Union. And these are Encyclopedia Britannica books. And it looks like the copyright on these ones are in the 1950s, 1955 for this version. Okay. And then the bottom ones are going to be the Real America in Romance. All right. Eagle's Wings, The Age of Expansion, 1868 to 1910. New York, this is another, oh, this is the art edition, not to be confused with the first edition. 1911. It looks like, again, there's going to be some words and some pictures, some words. There's words in the books, guys. All right. I like the large print. I appreciate that. Okay. And then Encyclopedia of Antiques. Pablo Picasso again. And then we're moving over into the illustrated World War II. So this is going to be World War II Encyclopedia, the illustrated version. Okay, and these are 1972, 1978. So it looks like 1978. Posters of war. And this book feels brand new. It feels like I'm one of the first people ever opening it. Oops. That's crazy. That's the index. Oh, weird. Oh, so this talks about in the different areas what happened that year in the different months. All right, so it looks like, again, we've just got a lot of different art books, a lot of architecture books, just very interesting things around the world. And then Tokyo, San Francisco, so United States and also different countries. Okay. And these ones caught my attention because, one, they look really old and they're not in the best shape, so kind of curious here. They don't have... So these are Hume's History of England. These were originally published in 1754. This version right here we found, the date is actually in Roman numerals, and it is 1880 right here. And one thing, I don't know if you can see the little ovals and the little oval faces on the title page here, but what happened was they printed this really cool sheet and then they put a piece of tissue paper or parchment paper in between it, and to help it so it didn't bleed, but definitely the oils, I don't know if it's the oils of human skin or just, you can see they bled through, and you can actually see where the faces and the definition, like this one you can see really good. You can see the crown, you can see the big white collar. It's pretty cool because this is the one where it bled from, the crown with the big white collar. Neat. But yes, these books, in case you're not familiar with the history of England, it's the invasion of Julius Caesar and the revolution of 1688 is what these books are about. There are supposed to be 6 volumes, and I'm only seeing 5 volumes up here. So we're gonna hope and see if we can find that 6th one. If not, we have an incomplete set. And I've already looked, it's not any of these on their side. They're all black leather copy. Oh, Lands and People. This is volume 7. And it looks like this is in 1951 to 1963. So probably a 1963 copy. And it looks like it's a picture book and just kind of talking through different places. And then, let's see, this one doesn't really have, I can't read that, something arts. It looks like, let's see, what is it? It's the list of books. Oh, this is by Hendrik Wilhelm van Loon. And it looks like he was an author in the early 1900s and wrote several books. So very, very popular looking author here. But he wrote about arts and across the different, across the world. This is The Arts is what it's called. And this one was in 1937 is when this book was published. It looks like, let's see if there's another picture. I like my pictures. There we go. This is The Catacombs, Art Goes Underground. Early Christian art. Oops. There's another one with a picture. This is The Printer Appears Upon the Scene. There's a really cool original print press in Nashville, Tennessee that I went and saw that still has that original printers from the 1800s that are still in use. Really cool. All right, and then it looks like Frank Lloyd Wright. I've heard of him before. And then just a couple other books. And then as we move on, it looks again like we're going into European, Greece, Roman type areas. There's the World Libraries. It looks like another section about all of the different countries. Let's see. Some more books in different languages. Some more architecture around the world. Oh, I love Salvador Dali. Alright. Edited and arranged by Max Gerard, translated by Eleanor Morse. This one looks like 1968. Dali was such a cool artist. Cool. That's a cool book. That's a cool find. I wouldn't be surprised if this one is worth something. There's a lot of Dali collectors out there. I had one of his, actually, oh yeah, I sold it in our last garage sale, that big painting with the woman with the flies. I had that hanging in my living room for almost 15 years. Didn't fit in the RV. All right, so looks like more art books, more art history books. And then we start going down into what appears to be some older books. This top one, ouch, is the World Atlas. And it looks to be very old. It's the Columbia Standard Illustrated World Atlas. And has many signatures. George Washington. I don't think that's the... If so, we're retiring, folks. 1942 to 1943, so in the 1940s. And this looks like it's going to go through alphabetical order of different places throughout the world. So Mexico, Malaysia, Madagascar. Interesting. Oh, and then there's a lot of maps back here, which is, I'm not sure if you can get that and actually get it right side up.
Wyoming.
Wyoming is the least populated U.S. state in 2022, in case y'all didn't know that. How do I know that? Nate and I played trivia in the car. This last section here kind of caught my eye. This book right here, it's like a 3-ring binder, but it's metal. And I've never seen a book like that before with the binding. And it's The Treasury of American Prints, and it was edited by Thomas Craven. And this one, it's just got tons of really interesting artwork and interesting prints. This is called The Duck Hunter. This one is called The Fisherman 3. This is Central Park at Night. Casting for Character. Little kitty. If it fits, I sits. Look at all the kitties. Missouri Wheat Farmers. But this book is kind of interesting. Some really pretty photography or paintings in it, drawings, and looks like this one is 1939 is when this one was copyright in print. Really cool. But the metal caught my eye. That was really cool. All right, onward and upward. Oh, that's a big spider. Hi, buddy. You're dead. Looks like just world atlases, some French Impressionism. This book right here, A Brief History of the United States. It's definitely an older book. Really cool cover. Barnes Historical Series. And this one, it's definitely got some wear and tear to it, and that's really cool. I don't think that's original to it. I think somebody drew that on in pencil, but it's actually really cool. And this is pages are stuck together. Shoot. I think the next page is when the date's on it. There we go. And this one is 1880. So this is another very, very old book, but this one definitely looks old. That's the Revolutionary War. All right, so some more older books in here, some without their binding, people and places of the past, and then as we just go up, we've got Chronicles, Humanities Through History of the Arts. Okay. What is that? Definitely a different language. I don't know these Horizon books. It looks like another series, and these were in the early 60s, 1960s. I'm not sure what Horizon is. Hebrew Living Lime Weaver. And this is 1959, Volume 1, Number 4. And it looks like not really sure what this is. But lots of pictures. The pages feel really different. It's kind of a matte finish. It's not glossy, shiny where there's pictures, so that's very interesting. And it looks like we have many different volumes on these. And then it looks like Remembering Jack, and then again some different history and different books, and this is Political Dictionary. All right, we've officially made it through the second side of the library. There are so many books in here. This is literally going to take weeks and weeks for me to actually go through and look through each of these and see if there's anything in here worth keeping. Some of them are in really bad condition, but some of them are surprisingly in really good condition. Hope you enjoyed this installment of Treasure Tuesday and seeing the other half of the library. It's definitely interesting for me. I love all the artwork over here, so there's some sections and some books I'll definitely go back to. So with that, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. Please, comment below. Was there any books in here that you saw that we should definitely take another look at? Let us know what you think in the comments. thank you so much. Take care. See you next time. Bye.